Hey, Ellen.
What now, Chris?
Ellen.
Chris.
I'm not going to hey Ellen at you because that would be very jarring on a beautiful, serene day here at Syngenta Flowers in Gilroy, California.
Great temperature.
It's
beautiful
perfect
sun.
out here right now, and I think it's a perfect day to look at annuals, both seed and vegetative,
and perennials.
And so, but to do that, we got to leave the serene garden here at Syngenta and go into that very nice greenhouse.
I'll join you there in a moment because I want to check out this heron.
Oh, look at this! Oh, we've got action.
Yeah. Well,
Koi.
I wouldn't call it
and
action.
a heron hoping for some breakfast. Ellen, look, they laid out a picnic for us.
I am getting a little hungry.
Would you like some chicken salad?
No.
And a glass of champagne?
Don't touch that. Well.
No, what they've done here is, well, first off, they've got some of the best vignettes, and we'll take a look at some of those as we go. This particular one, you notice there's it's a California dreamin' theme where you're traveling the coast. So they've got road sign style markers for the varieties and really cool black and white photos blown up. And what we're looking at here is Moxie Geranium. Now, let's see if we can stroll on around here and take a look at them. Moxie is an interspecific hybrid, just like Calliope and Calliope large, except this is much smaller, much more compact.
Correct.
But otherwise, it's very similar to that whole sort of series, including, and this is one everybody wants to know about, Calliope Dark Red is one of the best known geraniums out there. We've got a Moxie Dark Red that shares that same blood red flower. How many colors in the series here?
6 colors.
Beautiful. So you got a good range of them, and so, but again, these are interspecific hybrids, and there's one more interspecific hybrid, and you brought one over because it's a standalone for right now, and this one is much Pretty Little. It's also an interspecific, and you can just see just how compact this one is. Much more compact than the Moxie, and this is covered with these beautiful single flowers.
And also tons of secondary flowers coming up from down in there.
So pretty much bloom nonstop. So that's probably the beginning of a series. There's only one of them right now, Pink Splash.
I like it.
So that's new interspecific geraniums here at Syngenta. So we're going to go in search of some Calibrachoa next.
I'm going to put this back.
Hey, Ellen, the surf's off, man.
That'd be great if I could swim.
Well, I used to surf in Florida, so it pains me to see these really cool vintage surfboards being used as plant stands, but actually, it's a great idea. And a beach scene, a surf scene for their newest Calibrachoa introduction, which is
Cabrio.
And
which means topless.
Yes, well, I think in this case they probably called that because it's compact.
Yes.
This is a companion to their Cali series, which is a more traditional type. The Cabrio is a compact type. Good,
genetically compact.
And so it's good for like quartz and smaller monoculture baskets. It's got a very short photo period, they say, 10.5 hours, so it'll bloom very early for you if you need them in early production. And how many colors do we have?
Oh, we've got 6 colors.
There's pink, grape, burgundy, yellow, amethyst, and eclipse lilac.
Ooh, that one right there.
If you have to know. So surfs up on these. And then we're going to continue the scene. Just a real quick note on dahlias. Syngenta had a couple of series of their own. They have acquired a Dutch company called Verweer. Now, I know I'm not pronouncing that right. It's Verweer. And they have added all of Verweer's Dahlia lines to their own. So they've got
Happy Days over here and the gallery.
Named after artists. This is Rembrandt. Art Nouveau. So I guess it's themes. Here's Art Nouveau and Deco. Anyway, they're dark leaf, green leaf, all different kinds. So if you need dahlias, Syngenta's got plenty of them. A plethora of dahlias. Now, seed varieties.
Okay, let's do it.
Hey, Ellen, I'm new.
That's really disturbing.
What? I'm Snapteeny Violet. pretty good, huh? I got a whole career as a puppet master or something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Snap, but this is true. This is a new,
It is.
talking snapdragon. No, this is called Snaptini. This is a dwarf seed snapdragon, and it accompanies their Snaptastic,
which is over there.
series,
You pan over to see it.
which was introduced last year. Okay, which is a more intermediate size.
This is about 10 inches tall.
Beautiful for little pots, you know, an edge of the garden. Bred,
Lots of buds.
and the yellow really lets you see here, bred for a strong central leader. I mean, look how uniform this is across this tray, but loads and loads of side buds coming up. So that's the Snaptini Snapdragon series. Now, let's stroll around the back, and Jen, as you stroll, just take a look at the really the inspirational displays they have here.
The black and white photography really lets the flower colors pop out.
Yeah, well, and all the structures
like
are white as well. So if you just look at just how that looks, I mean, great idea for garden centers. Here's another one we're going to be coming into here now for the begonias, where they used, I forget the name of the famous observatory that's right by the big Hollywood sign, but they made a top hat sign. So garden centers, take note of what you can do to decorate. Anyway, top hat begonia. It is big.
Interspecific begonia.
Big
Massive
flowered.
flowers. Massive leaves too, quite frankly.
Yeah, in fact, let me just grab one of these plants right here. Here it is. This is the one I wanted to show you. Top hat white. We'll talk about that one. Look at that plant. These flowers are a full 20% larger than the competing varieties out there. Green foliage. How many different varieties do we have? I believe it was 3, if I'm not mistaken. So three varieties in these.
And white is the only white in its class.
That's important to note as well. So that's some new begonias. Top hat from Syngenta. Let's see what else we can find. Hey, Ellen.
Hey, Chris.
Is this the best display we've seen at all of the pack trials this year?
You know, I think so.
Am I going out on a limb with that one?
There's lots of great color.
I'm being serious. As a way to show a variety at a garden center, I can't think of anything better. The way they use the wood, the old windmill and wagon wheels, the black and white photo back there is genius. And look at how the color of these Sunfinities pops. I mean, you could do this with a whole collection of perennials, of different kinds of annuals. This is really inspiring.
It's a real story.
All right, well, let's go back searching for those annuals I was talking about up here. Pansies and violas, Ellen.
Yes.
We've seen a few this year, but not a lot. Well, they've got 2 seed series here at Syngenta.
That's correct.
We've got Delta Speedy, and we have Deltini. Now, when I actually saw these in Florida at the Costa trial in January, and I knew right away with the Delt name, they've got to be somehow related to their Delta Premium pansies. Both of them kind of are, but they both have a specific niche. They are both very, very early.
Right.
And will do well in cool conditions.
Yeah.
So the idea is if you need to produce early spring pansies or violas,
First thing in there.
right, rather than using Delta Premium, you would try the Delta Speedy. And rather than using Penny, their other viola series, you would use the Deltinis. How many colors do we have in both?
Okay, so for the Deltinis, we've got 13 colors in a mix. I like Honeybee. Oh,
That's pretty.
and then for Delta Speedy, there are 8 in a mix.
All right, very nice. Hey, Ellen.
Yeah.
Does a bear look at perennials in the woods?
I think he might be.
Well, he does here at Syngenta, and this little display that he is part of might be the second best display of all of the trials.
Real
They
nice.
use these faux log planters to great effect, along with some little fake trees, a big rock, and look at the beautiful black and white photo of the redwoods there to highlight their perennials. And we're going to take a look at one series right here, which is called Kirigami. Kirigami.
Kirigami, which, by the way, means origami, folding paper, but cutting the paper.
And which implies that it goes along with their origami series. The difference being, first off, these flowers, notice how they're all facing upwards. That's whereas the origami and others would hang down. That's more traditional for Aquilegia.
Plus, they have larger flowers than the origami.
Big flowers and less fertilization needed, so they're very programmable.
And they bloom fast.
That's right. So, five colors,
yep,
five different colors, and a mix in the new Kirigami
Nice. I like this one.
Aquilegia. So anyway, so that's some really nice flowers, some great vignettes, and a bear, all from Syngenta 2018 California.
Heron trials.
Oh, they were out there. Let's go see if he's caught anything yet.
Okay.